everyone, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you go to watch my video from. Good evening. Yes, so I get one update for and I will like Amebo. Amebo is my hobby. I don't join my camera, no be small. My correct people. Yes, I get update. FBI don't come to say then get criminal record and criminal file regarding the matter where they court. So about the for future and all the rest. Yes, when I go hear am from FBI we talk am. No be small every day they wake up and na so baggages, na so evidence, na so hey, wahala for who steal person thing. Anyway, guys, I go let una watch the video. But before then, una remember say Baba birthday na till the end of this week. We go dey wish am happy birthday. They celebrate him birthday. Yes, and you don't talk say make we go help the less privileged and all that. So we NHTV, our charity Makamas Hams Giving Foundation, we don't decide to we pick one orphanage where we they go present things. I go bring am and I go see wetin we do. And also I can say, okay, make I just my correct people, the real obedient, true obedient, people where they stand by me, people who want to change a better Nigeria. So wetin we go do? Okay, make we just do small data at least. So they use they hear this information what we they give, so the gist, so and also to continue to wish Baba happy birthday till the end of the week. So we'll go do small data. I go do live later in the day. Yes, I'm going to do a live, and then now for that live we'll go to pick people. So what you go do, make sure to turn on your post notification so that when we come on live you go just get the notification. Yes, so now what you go do be that. So my Facebook and my YouTube, we're going to do exactly that. So guys, I'll go see you now for the next video. I'm going to watch this video, share, come on board because anyway, Shama, I know just talk later, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.
The amount of baggages behind Tinubu doesn't seem to have an end. Every day another one is revealed. The FBI just dropped a bombshell that they will not reveal Tinubu's criminal case files in the United States, including his immigration records. This was in response to the lawsuit filed by Nigerian investigative journalist David Hundeyin in collaboration with Plainsight. They filed this suit because they refused to honor their Freedom of Information request. They wanted them to reveal all records they have on Tinubu because Nigerians see Tinubu as an alien. His history is shrouded in mystery. No one can identify his childhood friends. Neither can anyone identify his primary school mates or secondary school mates. So as an investigative journalist, David Hundeyin took it upon himself to take the investigation to the US authorities by making that Freedom of Information request. But unfortunately, the FBI and other agencies don't want to honor that request. That's why they went to court in the first place. And now the FBI is saying that it is because of unusual circumstances that they will release the criminal records, or like they said, criminal case files of Tinubu in 2026. This is a direct acceptance by the FBI that indeed there are records, criminal ones for that matter, in the name of Bola Tinubu. So it's no longer a question of whether they have something on him. They have indeed verified and confirmed that they have something on him. And if you understand what it means, it's a bargaining chip for them. Even before the elections, way back when Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, there was this rumor in the streets of Lagos in those days that the reason Tinubu changed his name was because he wanted to cover his past. And even the new name he adopted in the United States, he still committed with the new name. Because when you look at the forfeiture he made in the United States in 1993, the narcotics trafficking proceeds worth $460,000 he forfeited to the US government. So the rumor has it that it wasn't this name that he traveled with the first time he went to the United States in the 70s. That he eventually changed this name along the way. That's why it's most likely reason why they also wanted information from the US immigration. At the time, biometrics international passports didn't exist, but if someone did something or committed a crime, the police must at least fingerprint the person, so they have his fingerprints on record. Even if the person changes his name in the future and commits another one, they will be able to compare it with the old fingerprint to know that it is actually the same person. It's a pity they don't want to release this information now. We can understand why they don't want to do it, because it's a bargaining chip for them. Western countries don't care that much about what is going on in Africa or in your country. You have to build your own country by yourselves, not running away. So whatever information they have on any leader, not just in Africa, anywhere in the world, is to their own advantage because they might use it against the person in the future for negotiations, for anything, just to get an advantage. There's still hope that this information might be released early. Depends on how the lawsuit ends. Because if they're able to show cause and convince the judge might order the FBI and other agencies to produce the information in court. So there's still hope that this can be done, that Nigerians will eventually get to know the man that they see as an alien. During the campaigns, many people thought that he would finally clear the air on his history that is shrouded in mystery. But he didn't do any of that. In fact, the only interview where he said something in relation to his history was that of the BBC, where he said, "I am the real Tinubu." But it doesn't really make any sense. Yes, he was adopted. And we also know that the former governor of Osun State, Oyetola, is his nephew. But what about his early life? It is a guarded secret that no one knows, to the extent that they had to use Donald Duke's picture, the young Donald Duke, in one of his campaign materials. Not just the campaign materials, they used it in a video documentary that aired on his TV station TVC during the campaigns. So you can see how far he has gone to hide his past. But he's only arousing curiosity from inquisitive minds, people like David Hundeyin and others that keep digging to find the real information, whether criminal, civil, whatever it is, to find that information about Bola Tinubu, because he has come to the public light. If you deserve to serve people, the people you want to serve, we want to know very much about you. All Nigeria's former past presidents, all their history and information is well known. It is not hidden. All of them, like the people that served in the military, their history is well known. Goodluck Jonathan, Yaradua, all of them are well known. Only Tinubu, that his history starts from the 70s. We all know he wasn't born in the 70s. What about the 60s? What about the 50s? Or even 40s, because no one knows his real age. Now, let's get back to yesterday's video about Tinubu's invalid candidacy, because many people still don't understand exactly what the Allied People's Movement petition is seeking to do. It is not about Shetima. No. It's not about Shetima. Even if it was about Shetima, it's a joint ticket. Any executive office position, governor, president, they are all joint tickets. Anything that happens to the vice presidential candidate will affect the presidential candidate in terms of disqualification, certificate forgeries, anything that relates to election. It will affect the two. That's how it works. So in this case, Shetima successfully avoided the double nomination as shown in the Supreme Court ruling. If you look at that video where we read the judgment of Honorable Justice Okoro, he outlined all the dates. So that's by the side. The law says that in the event a vice presidential candidate withdraws his nomination, like in this case, Masari did on the 24th of June, 2022. So the law permits the candidate, in this case, Tinubu, the law permits Tinubu to nominate another person within 14 days. That is the position of the law. If he fails to nominate the new vice presidential candidate within 14 days, that means he has flouted the law. The law also gives a provision of what will happen if the candidate fails to nominate a new vice presidential candidate. What will happen in this case is that the party will quickly notify INEC that they will do a fresh presidential primaries to nominate a new candidate. This is very clear. That's the position of the law. So if he failed to nominate Shetima within 14 days, what should have happened is that they should have held a new primary, because after that 14 days, according to the law, Tinubu's candidacy himself became invalid as a result. That means APC didn't have a candidate at that point. So failure to hold a fresh presidential primary means that whatever happened after the nomination of Shetima 21 days after became invalid. So it's not about double nomination of Shetima, no. That one has been decided by the Supreme Court, although Labour Party still presented new evidence. So it depends if that new evidence will affect the judgment that Supreme Court already delivered. That means the tribunal will still look at it and decide on it, because the double nomination of Shetima was majorly focused on local standard. The Supreme Court said that PDP was an interloper, that is not their business, that the person that can challenge it is a candidate in the election. It should have been Atiku instead of the party. And in this case, Labour Party are doing it correctly because it is Peter Obi who is a candidate that is challenging it at the tribunal. So coming back to the invalid candidacy of Tinubu, that's what they mentioned. Maybe the respondents didn't read it correctly. In fact, not maybe, they didn't read it correctly. Initially, they thought they were still talking about the double nomination of Shetima. That's why they didn't call any witness. They didn't take it seriously. So when they mentioned it in court, the APM people brought out their petition and it was read. They now saw that it was actually invalid nomination that was written there, not Shetima's double nomination. So there are two different things. That's why in their reply, they accepted, as was read in the video, they accepted that yes, the dates that were mentioned in the petition, they were all correct. And they could have forged it in order to cover up the date. But what saved the situation was because he went to court to swear to affidavit. And the APM people went to that court to get a certified true copy of the affidavit. So the ship has sailed. They can no longer go and forge anything. The dates are permanent. No one can change them. So looking at this case is as good as done and dusted. There's no way, even if they find excuses for every other plea, all the reliefs that the petitioners are seeking, even if they find excuses for all of them, this one is in black and white. No one can say, it means this, like they are saying in and about the 25% requirement in Abuja. No one can come and tell us that Abuja is one state, that this, that. No, not in this one. This one is in plain English. No way to maneuver, no technicality. Also, some are asking the penalty for not appointing a vice presidential candidate after 14 days. The penalty is disqualification. Remember what happened to APC in Zamfara State? That's what will happen to APC at the federal level this time around. It is disqualification. They went into this election without a valid candidate. The candidacy of Tinubu wasn't valid in the eyes of the law. Thanks for watching.